Throughout grades pre-K through 5, CCA lower school students build a solid foundation in reading and writing through explicit instruction by teachers trained at Columbia's Teachers College Reading and Writing Project. We believe in teaching specific strategies in ways that are compelling to young children and therefore will transition into independent practice for young readers and writers. Our goal as educators is to create avid and skilled readers, writers, thinkers, and inquirers.
You know, that you can decide.
Writing and Reading Workshop begins with a brief mini lesson. This is a time when the teacher introduces a new strategy to students.
Today I need to teach you something. That good readers look at Mrs. Brown, they stop, they think, and they need to be able to retell what's happened so far. Uh-oh, said her mom. I think you have a bug. Not that kind of bug, said her mom. A flu bug. And tell your partner what has happened.
Children may be asked to turn and talk to a partner as teacher listens closely to see if the teaching point has been understood.
She really misses her friends.
Good, I was moving around and I can hear that you all remember the important events in order. So now what you're going to do, you're going to try it with your own books. So one of you is going to pick up your book and read a ways and then watch the partner. Let's practice that. The partner is going to go, stop, think, and retell.
That sounds fun. And we both say this together. Drive, 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 drive.
If we're going on a drive,
Okay, thank you anyway.
a plan.
And I have the map. Zip, zap. So she, her mom, Pinkalicious' mom, gave Pinkalicious white skates.
I am a pig with a car would be silly.
Remember, reading is understanding. If you're reading something and you don't understand what you read, you need to stop, go back, and read again.
Start to think of your story as a mountain, or as every story really tends to have this motion or this movement, so that you're coming up and you're meeting and showing a problem or an issue.
In this lesson, the term writing mountain is used to describe how a writer introduces a plot, builds suspense leading to a climax, and eventually reaches a resolution. The story Peter's Chair is offered as an example.
Let's paint the little chair pink for Susie.
He saw that his old cradle was painted pink, and he didn't like that.
It's building up, right?
Yeah.
Right, he got in trouble because he
was too loud.
making too much noises. But here's it's climbing up now. I want you to think about your writing right now. And your story, your personal narrative. Is that happening in a personal narrative?
Like, I think mine's just good, but I might need to add in like a few things I missed.
My story's kind of going, it went from down to up to down to the middle.
Kind of builds a suspense, and then it goes down, and then it builds more suspense, and then
This is another way of helping your writing. So go right. Don't knock for.
During independent reading, students build stamina as they read more and more books without stopping. At a younger age, you may see most students reading aloud to themselves, as they have not yet developed an inner voice.
The youngest had never ridden a horse before. She was excited and not scared. Blackbird top speed.
In 4th grade, we begin the year by telling students that this is the year they're going to read intensely. One of the first ways we begin to read intensely is to dive deeper into the characters in our books. We ask questions like, what is their personality like? What motivates them? Does the character remind me of someone I know? The more a student connects with the character, the deeper their comprehension will be. When I dismiss students from the mini lesson to go off to their independent reading, the room is abuzz with excitement as they get their books and a cushion and find a cozy place to curl up. It doesn't take long before everyone is settled, and it is so quiet you can hear a pin drop.
Grade, pre-K students become connected to the process of writing. In the beginning stages, they learn to put their thoughts down on paper in the form of pictures and letters. Totally immersed in the writing process. Children transition between planning, drafting, revising, editing, and publishing. All lower school students know when we think we're done, we've only just begun. What are these? Yeah, some kind of bug, right? And you said the word fly, right? Do you
Dragonfly.
Oh, what told you it was a dragonfly?
Because it
Look at the picture and then what, does it match?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Dragonfly.
Flower.
Oh, let's see. Makes you think flower. Does this look like flower?
No.
No, it can't be flower. So let's look at our second part on our bookmark. What can we try next? Okay, do you see any little parts in that word that you know? Four. Should we get a running start with the chunk we know? From they.
They fly for water.
Let's see. Water. Does it end in an R like water? During independent time, teacher meets with students one-on-one or in small groups. The teacher pays close attention to what the student is doing independently and gives helpful suggestions for how a child may lift the level of their reading or writing. Careful teacher notes inform the next day's teaching. Okay, let's try it together.
They fly forward. They fly backward.
Beautiful. So when you get stuck, I want you to try the short vowel sound and the long vowel sound. And then tell me again, what are you working on?
I'm working on not having to, getting all my words right and putting quotation marks whenever somebody speaks. And I'm trying to make it a habit and a strategy.
Wonderful. So we're starting with a strategy, right, that we worked on last time. And hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to move it to a habit, meaning that that's just something you do automatically.
Yeah.
So can you show me where you did that strategy of
Putting a theory
putting in some dialogue?
right there.
Yeah. So will you read that to me?
On a sunny Saturday, me and Sam were on our devices. My mom said, "Get off your devices and come downstairs." Okay, I said. Sam said, "Why?"
You're the kind of writer that adds dialogue so that I can feel and I can see that movie in my mind. I can tell what's going on in your story because you've used so much dialogue. I'm excited. I'm excited too. That's another way that writers make the story come alive for their readers. Add lots of details about how they're feeling. Is there somewhere in here that we could add in some feelings so that I might be able to feel what you're feeling?
Right here.
Ooh, you knew right where to put it, huh? Okay, well, what could we say there?
Oh, I have to write that down. So tell me again. As
she drew.
Wow.
From the bell.
My heart pounded.
Stanley was just like standing up and then he fell in, so I had to help him get.
And I'm gonna draw a little heart here because that's reminding you to add what you were feeling, right? What your body felt like. I mean, you could tell me that you were excited, but I know that you were excited because you told me how your body felt. Another little guy.
Yeah, I love your guys.
With a big heart. Writers show
Expression.
I love it. Expression.
And feeling.
Okay, so we're gonna put this under your strategies column, okay? So I love the way that you're working on adding more dialogue and using those quotation marks to tell me who's talking. And we're gonna add this guy here too that says writers show expression and their feelings, okay? So the next time we conference, we'll be talking about that again, and I'll be looking for places where you've done that as a writer. Okay, writer?
Yeah.
All right, nice work. Get ready. Let's start.
Now I am having hungry. My brother swallowed his tooth. Oh, my brother did too!
Throughout lower school grades, students learn to share ideas, strategies, and suggestions with their partner. This peer relationship promotes higher level thinking and comprehension as children learn to develop conversation skills.
David Arthur's, and in the book, Arthur's getting ready for April Fools, which is this mean kid Pinky who tries to ruin everything. So I kind of want you to find out what happens at the end. So, you want to start reading? Okay. How about we do choral reading? Yeah. It was the last day of March. The joke shop was full of people getting ready.
Ending with the story, I can't find anything strong.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe if you want a really strong ending, you could say, I really enjoyed spending time with my dad and my brother.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know, just make it stronger. Yeah. I really liked your story about David Buster's. It was really good. I liked the part where you said, like, how you got the iPad.
So I liked your story because it was really suspenseful when it says that you choked when you started choking, but I think you could maybe sound a little bit more like you're telling the story and more like you're in the story.
Yeah, that's one of my first drafts.
Yeah.
Maybe in the ending, you could add a little bit more, how because you went with your dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you really need to put it in paragraphs.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't really get when you went down and you were kind of you opened stockings, and then while you opened stockings, you kind of just skipped off to the.
Yeah, that's true. Stockings weren't as important, so I decided to make that shorter, but I think I should either take it out or
you were saying something about your mom, and then you're like, okay, I started to.
Yeah, I definitely need to add something there.
But I think you might have used yelled a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And there was a word that you didn't really need in there. So.
Day.
Oops. You said we yelled annoyed day.
Okay, I should probably fix that. I liked yours because it actually sounded like a story versus mine that kind of sounded like a report.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I liked yours because when you start choking, it's really exciting to see what happens next, and you really hope that you're okay and stuff, and you didn't have to go to the hospital or anything.
That I can think about different things, that the words and the pictures can help me think about other things that I know or wonder. Yellow or brown, and they fall off the trees. This made me think of something. after I'm going to add a pinch of me to the story. That means I'm going to add a little bit of me to the story. I think that the green leaves turn these colors because the air is getting colder. Add a pinch of you by saying, I think. So this is them adding themselves to the page.
I think of something. Those leaves are the same one.
Another component of our literacy program is teacher read-alouds. During read-aloud time, teachers are able to explicitly model strategies being taught during the workshop.
I think that
Teachers use this time to demonstrate what exemplary reading, writing, and thinking looks like.
Oh, why?
Because we talk when we come to the classroom and stuff.
Because you're thinking about more than what the picture says and what the words say.
He told himself that she was going to leave soon anyway. But when he looked up and saw her getting smaller and smaller, it reminded him of his dream. He remembered Sistine riding into the woods on the back of the tiger. And suddenly, he couldn't bear the thought of watching her disappear again. "Wait up," he shouted, "wait up!" And he started to run towards her. Sistine turned and stopped. She waited for him with her hands on her hips. "Well," she said when he got close to her. "She's dead," he told her. The words came out in short, ragged gasps. "My mama's dead." "Okay," said Sistine. She gave a quick professional nod of her head. She stepped toward him, and Rob turned, and together they walked back in the other direction. Do I want to have a friend, or do I want to keep my secret? Right? Was he kind of torn?
Got him that she reminds him of his mother and he doesn't want to let that go.
Interesting. Wow. That's really interesting.
He's kind of sad because the kids at school are attacking her in a way.
That could be making her sad too, right?
I think she's just having trouble with things.
Yeah, she's having trouble with things.
Maybe because she just moved here and then she's moving somewhere else. She moves a lot, so she doesn't get to make a lot of friends.
Yeah.
His mother would want him to have a friend, like, because my mom would have.
In our lower school at Cape Cod Academy, we are doing more than simply teaching the mechanics of reading and writing. We are inspiring children to become passionate, lifelong readers and writers.